What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you're new to my channel, in this channel I'm a new investor, so I talk about things that I learned. I'm on the journey to grow my portfolio, and I like to find different strategies. I read the news just as everybody else does. Basically, whatever strategies or ideas I find, I like to share it with you guys, and that's pretty much what this channel is turning into. So if you're into that kind of stuff, then consider subscribing. So in today's video, I want to talk about 5 mistakes that new investors, myself included, made, and how can we avoid them. I did a little bit of research. I found some good websites that I think the ideas that they bring, the strategies that they bring are really good. So I want to go ahead and share. I will also link the websites in the descriptions below so you guys can go ahead and read and find out more stuff, whatever you want to look into, whatever you're lagging in. And let's get into the video. While looking up ideas and things that I wanted to touch up for this particular video, I kept myself in mind. A lot of the mistakes that I'm going to be going over, I made myself. I'm still making them. I'm trying to change them as I learn. And I wanted to keep myself, I wanted to stay on top of mind while making this video. As a brand new investor, a lot of these mistakes are very easy to make. Hopefully this doesn't happen to you. Hopefully you're way ahead of me. Hopefully you're way past these mistakes. But if you're new, then consider watching the video to the end, and hopefully by the end of the video you'll be a better investor because of it. That's my hope. Investment mistake number 1, not doing enough research before you invest. I know this one may sound like an obvious one, but in the beginning I had no idea what I was looking for. I had no idea what kind of stocks I wanted to get, I wanted to invest in. Honestly, I just went through the app and I was like, oh, top performers for the day. This one looks good. Let me throw some money at it. That didn't really work out. The reason why it didn't work out is because I was just throwing money at something that I didn't know how was it performing a month ago, a week ago. How was it performing, or what was the week high or the week low, or the 52-week high or the 52-week low. I wasn't doing my research, going into different websites and seeing what the next move for the company was. What was who was the CEO or anything. I was just throwing money at something and hoping that it went up. So please don't be lazy like myself in the beginning and do your research. There's a lot of free websites. I'm gonna link them in the description below so you guys can check them out. Pick whatever website you feel most comfortable with. I know a lot of websites, the language that they use is very hard for me to understand. Like some stuff I don't understand. It makes it confusing. I want the websites that I'm gonna put below are my favorite ones. They break it down really simple for the new investor to kind of have an idea what they're talking about. Sometimes they use words I have no idea, then I have to go on Google, find out what it means, or whatever they decide to throw in there that I don't know. I just go on Google and try to find it out. And these websites don't really work for me. I like plain simple English. Explain to me what I need to know and let me make my decision based off of what I understand. Some things to consider when investing or deciding what stocks you want to get invested in, according to the experts, are as follows. You want to look at the earnings growth. You want to look at stability. You want to look at relative strength in the industry. You want to look at the debt to equity ratio. You also want to look at the price to earnings ratio. You also want to look at the management. You also want to look at dividends. So these are just things that I don't recommend you go crazy, but pick a couple things that you really want to focus on in whatever your strategy is for investing. For myself, like dividends is an important one. What kind of dividends are they paying? How much are they paying? When is the expected payout? Are they cutting the dividends? Which, by the way, I'll be making a video about that soon. Little things like that, it goes hand in hand with your investing strategy. Now let's move on to investment mistake number 2, listening to the wrong advice. Before you make a decision on which stock you want to purchase, please make sure, going back to number 1, you do your research. Sometimes our friends and family, they want to get into it, or they've been doing some investing. They think they know it all and they want to give you advice. Now, you want to be very careful from who are you taking this advice. Is this person someone who's just starting off just as you? Is this person a day trader? Is this person looking into dividends? How is their portfolio? How is it performing? Have they been right the majority of the time? How serious are they in the market? How serious are they about their future, about their money? Is it someone who likes to gamble? Is it someone who just throws money at whatever stock and doesn't really follow up to see if it made money or if it didn't? You want to be very careful who you take your advice from. Something I would suggest, if you could, is find a mentor. A mentor can help you pick out your weak points. They can help you to make your priorities straight. And most importantly, they can help you when making rational investment decisions. This is money we're talking about. This is your future, whatever you're deciding to invest in because you have a long-term goal. You don't want to play around with your money. I mean, that's the way that I look at it. In my personal experience, I do have a few friends that are into the market. They really know their stuff. They know what they're talking about. and they're not day traders. I have nothing against day trading. I just don't feel comfortable with doing it myself because, like I said in previous videos, I don't have the nerves for it. So please don't go in the comments below going crazy, oh, this guy day trading. That's not what this is about. It's just that I don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't know enough about the market yet to do it. So day trading is not for me as of now. So please, again, nothing against day trading. And also the reason why I trust these mentors is because they've been doing it for a long time. They know what they're talking about, and so far they've been right. Always pick the right person that you want to follow. Always pick the person that you feel comfortable with. Look at their portfolio, ask them to see how deep are they in the market. Are they really serious? See if their goals align with your goals long term, or whatever your goals are, short term, or whatever it is, and make sure that you both align and that it makes sense to listen to that mentor. All right, investment mistake number 3. This is a big one for me, especially because in the beginning I got a little bit emotional with my stocks. I would invest into a couple of them and then I would be, oh, I don't want to sell because it went low, or man, let me just sell it before it goes lower, or let me just buy and hold, and is it gonna go up? It's gonna go up without even doing research or knowing what was gonna happen to it. So don't get emotional with your stocks. Don't get anxious over a stock who has no feelings for you. Like these stocks, they don't have feelings. The market doesn't have feelings. It could go up, it could go down, and it's not gonna care about your feelings. So please don't get caught up in this whole anxiety and craziness that the market has. This goes along with the first investment mistake, which is do your research. Always do your research, no matter the outcome. You have to feel good about it. Like you have to feel secure in your investment. You have to feel like you can't get attached if it goes down a couple bucks. You can't get depressed. You can't get anxious. You can't sell it just because it went down. This also goes along with knowing your strategy. I feel like it all goes down to knowing your strategy and whatever your goals are. Some of the things that the experts say is avoid selling impulsively. Have a diversified portfolio. If some investments don't perform as well as you wanted to, the other ones, they pick up after the ones that went down, and that way you're not going crazy because you're losing some of your money. You're losing it all, and that way for your mental health, you feel good and you don't get as anxious. All right, investment mistake number 4, following the crowd. So about a month ago, I want to say, I started looking at different stocks. I started to look at different things that I wanted to get invested in. What was the hot stock for that day or for that week or for that month? Tesla. So as you can tell, everyone was talking about Tesla. Oh, it's gonna go up to $900. It's gonna go up to $1,000. Best stock, put your money in. That was what the crowd was doing. But at the time, I didn't know that Tesla wasn't a dividend paying stock. And I didn't know that there were also many stocks out there like Tesla, because I had no idea how many stocks were there, what was the right positioning for me, what was the right strategy. If I would have invested in Tesla, I would have been anxious. Tesla, like, it went up, it went down, it went up, it went down, and it was going to drive me crazy. So that strategy wouldn't have worked for me. And following the crowd, that wouldn't have worked for me either, because like I said, I would just be anxious looking at my phone, waiting for it to go up, waiting for it to go down. That would have been a nightmare. So don't follow the crowd. Don't follow what everyone's doing. So what I suggest you do is you look up different investors, you look up different strategies, and pick the one that works right for you. My advice, look at different strategies that are being used by most investors and do your research. That's always my advice. Do your research, see what feels right for you. Go with your gut. I think you're always gonna be right. And whatever the outcome is, you're gonna feel 10 times better than following the crowd. And you did it because they were doing it and it wasn't even the right stock when you know that you should have invested into something else. Investment mistake number 5. This one was a pretty big one for me as well in the beginning, because there are so many apps out there, guys. There's so many apps that you can trade stocks. There's so many free apps. There's so many of them that you don't know which one to go for. My advice for this one especially, download the apps, see which one has what you need at the moment. For example, I'm only investing $100 to $150 a month. Do I really need an app that has all these bells and data and whistles and all these crazy things and all this overload of information that is gonna make me, I don't know, it's gonna overwhelm me and it's not gonna serve me in any way? No, I don't need that kind of app. I needed something in the beginning that was simple to understand. Again, going back to plain English, something that I felt good while I read it, that I digested it, like it felt good what I was doing, and I didn't know didn't need all this data. And in the beginning, the app that I started with was Robinhood. I got a free stock, which by the way, if you want it, link in the description below, you can get a free stock too. Robinhood at the moment seemed easy to do, very easy for me to connect to my bank. Deposit was really easy to do, the whole process. The information that I needed at the time was perfect. As a new investor, for me and the kind of money that I invest, I feel very comfortable and very good with Robinhood. I recently started using also the public app, which by the way, if you want it, you can get a free slice, link in the description below. Make sure you get that, it's free, you got nothing to lose. So yeah, started using the public app for fractional shares. I don't have the option yet on Robinhood. That's the reason why I got into public. I love it. It's very easy to use, user friendly. I like that I can see I can follow other investors, and I can see like real time as they invest. If they want to make it public, I can see why they decided to invest into that stock. When they decide to sell, share news, they can share, oh, this is something that I like. They can share different articles. For example, if I read an article about any stock and then I want to invest into that stock, I can link the article in the comments and people can see. And when they sell, it shows the percentage that it went up or whatever they lost. So I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of like a social trading app. All right, guys, hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully you got a lot of tips from it. If you did, drop it in the comments below. I want to hear your feedback. I want to know if you guys are enjoying this type of videos. This is all new to me, so I'm sorry if I break up a little or if I sound or if I make it sound more confusing than it really is. So bear with me for now. All right, as always, thank you so much for watching the video. Consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and see you on the next one.